thank God it's Friday, TGIF. You know, on Fridays, no bienniaje. Is that easy breezy? This morning, we're talking about love. You know, we started a conversation on the 10 principles of dating yesterday. This morning, I managed to drag 3 young guys into the studio. We're going to be talking about love. Good morning to you guys. Right, so I have here Na Adoko Ashon, Papa Kumsin, and then Christopher Atitso. Good to have you here.
Good to have you too. Thank you.
Na, how are you?
I'm fine.
Right, Papa Kumsin. Otiden. Are you a fancy?
Yes.
Otiden. We bless
Oh,
God.
sorry.
Masumu Huye. Right, so
Like the fancy vibe. Oh yeah.
right, let's talk about love. Papa, let me start with you. When we say love, from a younger person's perspective, right, from a younger person's perspective, what is love?
All right, thank you, Lebanon. I would say love is a compassion and a bond that rises when two separate individuals begins to trust themselves, and also regardless of each weakness or strength, but they opt to build themselves together.
The way your face is even glowing as you're saying this, Papa, I can say that you're in love, true or false?
It's kind of complicated.
I see. Chris, do you think love is underrated? The word love itself, is it
Well,
underrated?
it's not underrated because there are different forms of love. When you asked him, he wanted to say it's a bit complicated. When he said, "I think you are in love," already we are in love with ourselves already. You love yourself than any other thing else.
Papa, is that the love you're talking about?
No.
Is that the love
Okay.
you just explained
No.
to
So
us?
it means
No.
that you're talking about a particular kind of love because there are so many forms
Chris,
of love.
we are not talking about agape love this
So
morning.
what kind of love are we
We
talking
are
about?
talking
The eros
about-
love,
Of course.
the love for one another,
Of course.
the relationship kind of love,
Exactly.
the kind of love that leads to marriage,
Do you
and
think,
everything.
Yes. Do you think it is underrated?
In my opinion, I feel it has been misunderstood and not underrated. Love in that particular context has not been really appreciated very well. Yes.
Explain.
Okay. So it has not been appreciated very well because now everyone is self-centered. Everyone feels, I have to love myself first before I love someone else. But the moment you begin to appreciate, as you rightly said, irrespective of, regardless of the flaws of the other partner, you are willing to compromise, you are willing to sacrifice, you are willing to make one another strong and be the best of each other. So now that particular bond is not there, in my opinion.
Right.
It takes lots of grace, it takes lots of strength, it takes lots of energy to actually build that kind of bond.
Grace to be in love.
I tell you.
Nah. Do you think so? Do you agree with him?
I disagree on a lot of things, but it's too early on the show to start any banter.
Okay.
But I would say love is hard work.
And I want you to start the banter for me. I want you to start it.
I'm
Do you
warming up.
think-
I'm
Fine.
warming up.
Do you think love is underrated?
No, it has been overrated. Yes,
I see.
yes, it has.
Explain.
Where too much is expected of you when you're in love with someone. And that's how natural love can be. That's why I define it as hard work. You must have the patience. The person cheats on you, you must still love him. He beats you. Even some people die claiming they are in love. Love is a serious business.
That is why I said it
We
has been
always take it on a
misunderstood.
lighter note.
But now,
That's why I said it has been misunderstood.
let's-
Because why would someone beat you? That's why I said we have forms of love. I love myself. I wouldn't want to be beaten. So if I love myself and I wouldn't want to be beaten, I wouldn't want to inflict pain on myself.
That's why we
would I
have
want to
love
That is what I
languages.
mean to say is that
What
it
is
has been
my love
misunderstood.
language
You
might
said
not
it
be
hard
yours.
let's take this as
Okay.
women. Do you think it is our duty as young girls, as women, to love?
It's not a duty. Love is a command. Friendship is a choice.
But you
Let's get
see,
it clear.
In the
Love is a
Bible,
command.
Yes.
in the Bible,
Yeah.
it is said that a woman should just be submissive, and then love should come from
the man.
A man. And then love now, because I think naturally, if we are submissive to our guys,
There's a love
our
in there.
boyfriends, and then our husbands, the love will come naturally from them, right?
You know, let me tell you something about love. I would like to say a good morning to my spiritual father, Apostle Dr. Abraham Lamte. A lot of things I'll be saying now, I learned it from him.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So, women don't love.
Oh, yeah.
So the guys get it straight. We don't love.
Okay.
You give us attention, we give you double of the attention. You give us more money, we love you more. Yes.
That is
So
material love.
whatever you give a woman, she gives you a double of it.
But you just made a submission.
And
that
we have
even if the
love
person
languages.
beats you still
You know,
want the
someone
person.
can be married, meet a younger guy who gives her attention or maybe good sex. Then her attention shifts. Not because she's ungrateful. Women are naturally like that.
Wow.
Yes.
But now, if you are not supposed to love, then it looks like we go in with our hearts and everything, and
We
then
also
at
come
the end
in
of
with
the
our
day, we get disappointed, and then we cry. We cry our eyes out. Now, let me ask this question: does love die after a period of time?
Sure.
Why does it?
You know, when the other party or other person decides to turn the ball, let's say in Africa here, our understanding pertaining to love is quite different. We love, we expose the true love some few times. Let's say I've met an adult 4 or 5 months, you see that the love is glowing.
5 months. Sometimes it's just a week or maybe 2 weeks.
When we are dating,
And trunk one.
when we are dating, the love is different. The moment I put the handcuff, that too, it has its own love.
I see.
Yes.
This whole thing you're saying,
You know, oh, I will be always all around her when we are dating.
campaign moments, right?
Yes. Now the call, have you eaten? Now the call, where are you? I so much concern.
Checking up and all of that.
Yes. But the moment the thing is being set
Now
for,
you're real election.
Is it in terms of marriage?
good.
That's
Yes.
why
Love
It
dies.
becomes a hard
That
work.
is where
She
life
actually said
dies.
it's a
no,
hard
that's
work.
why
Okay.
I say hard
And
work.
That
at a
is
point
where
in
love
time,
dies.
We
no,
stop
it
working
doesn't
at
die.
it because we are wearing the ring.
It doesn't
Why
die
don't
off.
you continue
What
what you were doing before?
Because at this point in time,
Uh-huh.
both of us have agreed that we have now entered into a union, which is an institution
So
of
it's no
marriage.
more love.
There is love there, but then it is
Oh,
friendship
no.
that actually continues the whole thing. Because
Yes.
No, that
after
can't
the
be
first
taken.
3
No,
months of
After
marriage,
marriage, love dies.
exactly, it doesn't-
Let's accept it.
It doesn't die.
Love dies.
Love dies.
No, it doesn't die.
It dies.
Why are you saying this? Explain.
You know, love is not enough.
I know, right?
Okay.
It's not enough. So after the marriage, if we are friends, we are still friends, we crack jokes. Some people fart in the presence of each other. That's part of the
Ability to
friendship.
contain each
Yes,
other.
but if we are not friends and we get married, after that, what's left? I've seen your nakedness. We've had all the
That's
fun,
all.
and that bond is not there. Love is not enough.
Okay, you just talked about
Right.
bond. You
Listen,
just talked about
we are not talking about marriage.
Sure.
Okay,
Let's
yes.
talk about relationship.
Relationship.
I am
Okay.
married, but I
Okay.
know you guys are not. That is
Yeah, we
why
are
I
not.
dragged you here,
Okay.
because of the conversation we had yesterday. It looks like most of the younger ones are getting it all wrong. What are some of the characteristics of love?
Well, I think one, when we zoom in it from the agape point of view, an unconditional love.
Hey,
So
Jaya,
it's-
sorry, no.
please.
And you
Oh,
open
please.
over,
Pastor
sorry.
Chris.
No. Hey.
Allow me,
Please
Lord.
don't
bring
don't
Jesus
ask
Christ.
me.
I am not bringing
Don't
Jesus
Jesus
Christ in
We don't
here.
need Jesus
we
here.
understand you.
Of course.
We
We are
understand
talking
you,
about
but
feelings.
I told you.
Yes, I know.
Go
It
to
is
the
part of
ground.
it.
Just stop. I got
It is no.
Exactly.
It is part of it.
Chris,
Before you had a feeling
we
for
are
the
we are all
No.
Christians. We are all Christians.
You
Behave,
take the
behave.
agape off.
No, I am not talking about
Papa,
agape.
allow him. Allow him. Continue with your submission.
No, we are all
You're
Christians. You are making us look like worldly people.
No, that
That's
is not
fine.
what I meant to say.
Oh, sorry, Sam, not too, baby.
Continue with your submission.
Okay.
Right.
So,
Before I ask him.
no, Jamie Pay.
Ah.
So, in respect of what it is, romantic love, filial or whatever, there is this unconditionality that comes with it. And when there is that particular unconditionality, That is what makes it very strong, irrespective of whatsoever happens. I love someone because of the beauty, and if the person gets an accident right now and the face is deformed, do I actually let go of that particular love because the face is deformed? It means that I didn't even love the person from the very first place. Okay? And then that is what actually travels into marriage. But we're not talking about marriage, we're still talking about the relationship matters. So, ability to communicate, ability to accept the person's flaw unconditionally, ability to make the person know how important he or she is to you, is what actually would sustain the whole relationship. So if I talk about unconditionality kind of love, it doesn't mean that I'm talking about I'm being too creepy matter here. No. It is all part of it. Communication is there. You must be able to at least talk to me, as you rightly said, give you attention. But at a point in time where we must also understand and then meet each other halfway. Right. Because we all have different things that we do. I'm a journalist. I need to go on air at 6 o'clock. If by 4 o'clock you are calling me for me to give you attention around 4 o'clock, excuse me.
Right now.
So if I don't give you attention around 4 or 5, and then you say that I'm not giving you attention, so I don't love you, it means that you're also being selfish on your part. That's why he said it's a
Hey, why are you passionate about it?
We'll come to that. Have you been served breakfast? Papa, let me ask this question. Have you ever been served breakfast?
Sure.
How was it like?
Location. Add the location.
Yes. Was it warm, cold, hot? I want to know. And the location too. How was it like?
Okay. First, I'll go to the location. The location was my birthday. So, wait. My birthday. Okay. So, we planned for a trip. I will not mention the place.
Hey, you're a romantic guy, fam.
No, but he's even talking.
Okay, the whole idea wasn't from me.
It was from
her.
the other party.
Yeah.
I see.
She said, no, this time around, let's go out a bit. So we went out. Myself, I thought you could watch BD. I'm a panel, right? But I was there and wow.
It was a surprise. You actually got surprised. What happened?
Seriously.
I want the juice. What happened?
Okay. It was around 5:30 now, ways, and in fact, I like sleeping that time. Seriously, I can stay in the night, but from 4 to 6, if you dare mind sleep, I was there.
Right.
So,
Well, dear future wife, your message.
I was sleeping. And I felt a touch, and
Touch from an angel. Now you're doing this. I'm going to come to you.
I felt a touch. And I saw a whole lot of things displayed on the end of the bed.
Right.
With
So what
some
happened?
chocolates.
Did her boyfriend come in as well? Did she receive a phone call? How did you get the breakfast served? At what point did you know that? Okay, so
Let's
it's
also
over.
educate, for the sake of our
Obi, yeah, the romance. Oh, no.
Simply break up. Some people don't understand breakfast.
No. A lot of people know. I've
told
been
you?
saying this here.
Hey, are you part of his story?
They know. Let's
I
go.
shocked them.
Obi, can you say what you
Wait, okay, let's continue.
Yeah, I'm interested in that one. Let's go.
Yeah, okay, so in fact, when I first saw the whole thing, I was like, oh, this is my first time experiencing true love.
Mema, pay attention.
So you know what? I wasn't much concentrating on the item. And there is something behind it. So I asked myself, what is the brain behind it?
Really?
Yes. And that was what I was
That's
looking
the
for.
perception you guys have. That's
No,
true.
bringing the items on bed, I
Maybe
can't
much.
tell you. No, so you know what? I didn't look at the things. That's why I said, I asked myself, okay, what does she want? She needs something extraordinary, right? So I went in for that. Those things, Rebecca say, we all enjoy it, but there's something that she wants to give me that very faithful day I am.
I see. Now, have you been
Please
served
don't
breakfast?
talk.
Now, the breakfast I'm talking about is not our normal cocoa.
That's what I was talking
I was
telling her.
Hey, Nyamaira,
You see.
seriously, yes, I was thinking of food.
It's break up. It's break up. And then you're asking me.
like a cold year pan. It is called
Breakfast.
You've
Oh,
been
educate
served
me before I start
breakfast.
talking.
You see, have you ever had your heart broken before? When your broken heart that.
Yes.
So that's what I'm talking
And
about.
that's what I was telling you to announce to our viewers that when we
See,
say
I have-
breakfast, we mean
I
to
have-
say
I have-
break up.
especially on Thursdays.
Or
I
have you
sat-
been heartbroken?
I have sat on this set and I've said it.
There is always a
countless
new
times.
viewer
I
watching.
have always explained it.
Now
what
even doesn't know
breakfast is,
breakfast.
especially
Now have you been
on
said breakfast?
Thursdays. Now, have you had your heart broken before?
Yes, I think SHS love.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, but that one is not love. Chris, let me come to you. Can you
Mama
be
and
true
Papa.
to yourself when you are in love or when you are in a relationship?
Okay, so now every individual would want to see where his or her relationship will lead to. As she rightly said, SHS love is not the kind of love that you can be very. Some people are very faithful to it that it leads to marriage, and that's
Sure.
like, hey, wow, congratulations, guys. But that is 5% out of the whole 100%. So from the moment you become matured after tertiary, you feel like, hey, I'm entering into a relationship. I'm building my life. I'm planning my life, how it should go. Obviously, having a life partner is part of it. So dating and courting is one of the processes that leads to marriage. So the moment you begin that particular process, you are thinking of ending up in a marriage. Sometimes you meet the wrong person, and meeting the wrong person is part of the journey as well.
Right.
When you're lacing your shoe before you tie the knot, you go through a lot of holes. So sometimes you go through a lot of portals. In terms of selecting the right person to be with, for life, it's possible you meet the wrong person. But if you meet the wrong person, and you'll be able to commit so much, and that is where the hurt really is. When you commit so much, you give the person all the attention, every material things. It's not just attention or communicating. I mean, if I need airtime, you definitely must show up as a man. I mean, let's have good times together.
But do we
And do you
even
think-
have to do that when we are
It's part of the process.
in a relationship?
It is part, but it is not the responsibility of you. It's just like showing affection, but it's not your responsibility.
It looks more or less like give and take.
No,
Well,
you know,
give me this, I
our
give you this.
generation
Our
is
generation-
producing the kind of love that fits us.
That is materialistic.
Yes.
So if you love me, I mean, show me that you can buy this iPhone for me, there's that for me, there's that for me. Yes, it is all nice if you're able to do it, but it is not a guarantee that you are going to get a perfect partner for the rest of your life. Because the moment, and as you rightly said, women are drawn to things that they see. So the moment another person gives him all of those material things, and you are giving commitment and things, it's like, Charlie, they waste my time. They waste my time. I need the iPhone. I need the stuff. So you rightly asked the question about if you have been.
You can be true to yourself.
Yes, you can be true to yourself depending on what you want. If you know, sometimes the moment you
Terms
meet
and conditions.
it's part, and the
Do you
moment you
think
meet,
we have to put down the terms and conditions?
it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Putting down terms and
doesn't?
conditions
No,
means
you
that
have to.
you actually agree
no.
that,
You
come on, I mean, it means that there's no love in the first place.
now-
Yeah, it should
There
be
is
mutual
love.
It should be
understanding.
mutual understanding.
Let me
It's
ask
like,
now,
so
you just said
you call me
something.
2 times in a day. If you don't call me 2 days, it's a
Oh,
breakup.
I
That's-
call first,
no,
you
no,
don't pick.
that's-
Second, you don't pick.
You don't pick
Third,
that come
Lindsay,
on.
you are saying you'll be on air 6 a.m. Your
Exactly,
girlfriend
so-
shouldn't call you 4 a.m.
No.
So it's part of the rules.
No, I mean to say I'll be on air. at
He
6
knows the
p.m.
kind of work, she knows the kind of work you do.
People are
So 4 a.m. if I'm to call you, all the best. Make sure you smile, you look handsome.
That one
That's
is
what
bad.
you
I'll be
need
like,
for the morning.
Now, should we put down the terms and conditions?
I think
Yes,
it's
I
not
believe
necessary.
I believe in
I'll
it
come
so
to you,
much.
but
Yeah.
let now.
So
let's
this is
let-
what I like.
Just
This
contractual
what
marriage, contractual relationship you're going into.
marriage.
Chris, allow now, please.
It's the dating process. It will bring all these things to bear. So you know, now doesn't like this, now like this. It's part of the rules. I call them rules.
It's not rules. It's just
They are.
it's rules.
No.
It is just knowing you
We
know.
have
It is just knowing you.
personal principles.
Yes.
So you have to know mine and don't break them.
Therefore, it is not a rule.
I can only break them for you. So me say we will not have sex till you do the right thing. It's my principle. Till I break it for you, you don't.
No. You're talking about sex. Yeah.
No, it depends on the individual.
You're talking about sex.
No,
yeah.
no,
Okay,
it depends on.
you-
No,
okay,
I'm
you
using
not
it
give
as an
me sex, I would
example.
also go out and search for sex, and they come and say that I've cheated
Go
on you.
and do it.
Now, continue with the submission.
They are trying to ambush me. I'm the
That is what we said. Meeting each other halfway.
No.
Meeting each other halfway is the way to go.
We should consider temperament
Yes.
and the kind of people we go out with.
Yes.
Me per se, I have rules.
Okay.
Wow.
Yes, I have rules.
Number
so
one.
if you break them,
Can you enlighten?
why should I put my personal life out there?
You want to learn?
No. You don't learn from me.
Guys, let's talk about this. Now, do you think people send mixed signals when going into relationships?
Of course.
Obebano, the person is like, I love you with all my heart. Today, this, all the sweet moments and all of that. 2 days later, then things starts to change.
Of course. I mean,
The calls drop. The hello, how are you? Have you eaten? Do you have airtime? Do you want?
Then there was a reason
Yes.
for coming.
So let's talk about, yes.
There was a
Do you
reason for
think,
coming.
People send mixed signals when entering into relationships.
Sure.
But let's talk about that. What are
Yeah.
some of the things?
You know, we guys, we normally be like, oh, about with the same to me now.
Sometimes you don't even love the person.
Sure. So I have to do everything possible to get the other lady. Okay, so likewise we're saying, oh, my feel, me do.
Where did he?
Me say.
Are you okay
Me ma-
for like
me-
five times?
Those things,
Yes.
they don't work anymore. No, they don't. I'm telling you, they
It
don't.
works.
No, in our
I
generation.
am telling you.
Oh, come on.
Maybe
Okay,
you've not seen
Please,
it
I'll come
or
to-
you've
let
not
him.
experienced it. It works. All right. I need you in bed. I don't need you to be in relationship or whatever. Okay. I just need something to click so that I can satisfy something. The moment I get it, oh, forget it. Forget it. That is where you ladies, you act naive. Oh, Berman is your payment.
Ladies of today are not naive.
Hey,
Unless they want to.
Defend ladies today.
You know, a lady can pretend to be ignorant about all the things you do because she loves you.
Most ladies of today or women of today, they are aggressive for marriage and let's say love relationship. So any little thing that comes, let me go in for it. Instead of them taking their time,
It depends on
Wrong
what
signal.
You,
You're asking about wrong signal. Well,
signals.
yeah, I think where we've gotten to in our generation is as a result of what someone has done in the past that has triggered certain things. For instance, someone being faithful in a relationship and being served breakfast at long last. So like, damn, never again will I ever trust someone.
Chris,
I'll
I put
go
it
in
to
there
you.
and then
You've
I'll
been
play.
served- you've been served
Honestly, yes, I've been served breakfast, and I mean, till date, it still really gets to me so much. But see, if not for my Christian, but
It's a memory. Yeah.
my
Sorry.
Why should they keep talking about this? Guys,
listen,
He needs 1 minute.
Was it
silence
before you
for
read
that.
the news?
oh Jesus Christ.
allow him.
So, listen.
Continue with your submission.
So if the world have people like me,
Right.
our mentality into the next relationship would be so different. So we'll come in with the next approach of, okay, tactics of let's be nice, let's be this, and let's get you into bed, and that's it. But I mean, personally, I mean, I've
Cool down, relax.
I'm down. Already.
Relax.
Personally, I'm like, I need some blessings from God. Obviously, I know those things would obviously obscure me.
Hey. Ma bo fi otumo ya so. Chona kan. Before ya so.
Pastors of today, let's go.
Why do you get
Before
issues?
ya so mo lo. Answer.
But we don't just live in this world in a vacuum like that. We live having some principles that we abide by. So if my principle is that I wouldn't
Such people,
also
they are
be-
ritualists in relationship.
Well, they are what?
Ritualists.
What ritualist means?
A lot of things.
Why? That is why we must meet each other halfway. So the moment we are not meeting each other halfway means that there is something wrong. So as you rightly said, do we enter into relationship with misrepresentation or with the wrong signals? Yes, many times. Unless people who are, I mean, both of them have matured, they've all gone through, they've all been served breakfast at their younger stage of relationship, and they've gotten there and they feel like, at this point in time, I want to settle. So if you're coming in, it's all about marriage, where both parties know that, yes, this few relationship that we're going to have is leading us to marriage, then that is it. But to still be in the process, at the point in time, there are wrong signals a lot of time from every corner, both the ladies
Right,
and the
now-
guys too.
Why it looks like love hurts so much.
Aww.
It hurts, especially when like you have to say goodbye. Sometimes you're not even ready to say the goodbye. The person comes and it's like, they would like these days they won't even tell you that it's over. They give you attitude, and then you will have to stay off yourself and say to yourself, well, it looks like it's not going to work. Why does love hurt? Do we get into relationships expecting too much? We have just a few minutes to go.
Okay, I am in love with the question.
Yeah.
And what I'm about to say is from my spiritual father.
Your
Personal
personal
experience.
You see, your
No, no,
personal
no.
experience.
No, my
Just be
spiritual father.
realistic here,
Reverend
please.
Abraham
Just be
Lamptey.
Yes.
It looks like
Oh, wow.
we all have to go to Papa.
No,
for-
you have to pass
You see
by one
how
of these days.
she's also able to make references to a spiritual father. I don't say that she's being spiritual, but when I say something,
We have just a few minutes
Me,
to
Mama,
go,
you.
guys.
Me, Mama, you.
Continue with your
Okay,
submission.
You know, till it hurts,
Right.
it's not love.
I'm interested. Explain that for us. So it hurts.
Yes, let me go to the church. Jesus had to, God had to give his only son. That was the greatest sacrifice of all.
That must
Praise
have been
God.
painful,
If it doesn't hurt, then it's not love. That doesn't mean we should die in them also. I'm not certifying the fact that you should
That's the initial
die
comment.
in a relationship. But
Really?
because you know,
Sure.
yeah,
Sure.
Well,
the one I love does the worst
not
thing
love.
to me. It's happening. That is love. That's why love must be patient. You must be ready to take garbage. And I'm not saying you should die. Don't go to abuse. I know you are thinking about a lot of things, but let's pick it from a general view.
Right. We have just some few minutes, unfortunately. Chris, what do you have to say about this? Why does love hurt? I'll come to you, Papa.
I feel love hurt big based on our social experience, on our past experience, and on future uncertainties. Because now people enter into relationship being uncertain. Honestly, my next relationship, I'll be so uncertain. Anything can happen. They
Hey,
can break up
ladies,
or not.
listen.
So, I mean, if you serve me breakfast, it wouldn't get to me so much like what I've
You've
experienced so
psyched
far.
yourself.
Exactly. So,
Yeah, BCBR.
I'm okay.
Right, Papa.
Love hurts. Seriously. When you give so much, when you give so much, your whole being, you put everything you have in
Why
it.
do you even have to give so much when you are
You love the person.
If you don't give so much, it's not love.
It's not love. So that is
But
why
I
it
don't
hurts you.
understand the fact that you give so much and then it will hurt you. Yes.
Chris,
I don't.
Chris, wontimi mfa wo nan baako nsi pum, emfa baako nsi asaso, and you will not live. It's either you go into the
When
sea
I walk, sorry,
or you go to the
lukewarm.
land.
When I walk, sorry, boy, yeah, so
See what you're saying, agape man. You don't give
Right,
much.
right,
No.
right.
Oh no!
No,
okay,
Chris.
no. You should.
You know what? What makes
Papa,
you, what makes you
Papa,
think
don't
that you
get me
love
wrong.
Lebanon?
certified
What
player.
makes you think that you love Lebanon?
What makes me think I love
Yes.
Lebanon? Okay, so now it means that you are going to the other side of love that talks
Agape.
about.
Agape.
No,
Yeah,
no,
don't
it's
get
not agape.
Agape.
Listen,
Because the kind of love between you and I is actually a
Chris.
special kind of love.
Chris.
It is not a kind of romantic
Chris.
kind of love.
Hey, calm down, calm down,
That's
calm
fine.
down.
you love with
That
two
is why
things.
if you call me that,
Listen,
oh, Chris,
it
sit
looks
for
like
me,
we
I'll
will-
do it because of
we
our
will
friendship. It's a kind of
definitely-
love. There are
we
types
will
of love, and then let's
definitely
not get them
continue this
contradicted.
conversation some other time.
Wait,
Unfortunately, we
breakfast
have
in the
to
iron
end
saddle.
here. We have had some beautiful conversation this morning. My guests this morning were Na Adoko Ashon, Papa Kumsin, and Christopher Atitso.